Some people think once they become a Christian, joy is cancelled. No fun, no laughter, just suffering and waiting for heaven. But who told us that lie? Let me say this clearly. Being a Christian does not mean your life should be boring. Somewhere along the line, we confused being spiritual with being miserable. We started thinking that if we are enjoying life too much, God must be angry. If we laugh too loud, dream too big, or enjoy our work, something must be wrong. But when you actually look at Jesus, that picture doesn't add up. Jesus went to weddings, he ate with people, he laughed, he walked, he talked, he lived among them. The Bible even says people wanted to be around him. And that tells me something. If Jesus was always gloomy, always tense, always too holy to connect, people wouldn't have followed him the way they did. Here's the issue. We've become over spiritual. Everything is God said, but no love. Everything is I'm praying, but no connection. Everything is I'm fasting, but you can't sit down genuinely and enjoy fellowship with people. And that's not spirituality, that's imbalance. Some people neglect fellowship and call it holiness. They isolate themselves and call it consecration. But Christianity was never meant to be lived alone. Jesus had disciples, he had conversations, he shared meals, he rested, he walked, and he enjoyed doing his father's work. Work wasn't punishment for him. Purpose wasn't a burden. Yet today, some believers look like life is just surviving until heaven. No joy, no peace, no laughter, just stress wrapped in Bible verse. And let me say this gently. If following Jesus removes joy from your life, something is off. Because the fruit of the Spirit includes joy, not tension, not constant heaviness, joy. Being spiritual doesn't mean you can't enjoy your job. It doesn't mean you can't have healthy relationship. It doesn't mean you can't rest, laugh, travel, or enjoy good moments. God is not glorified by burnout. God is not impressed by isolation. And holiness is not sadness. Yes, there is discipline. Yes, there are seasons of sacrifice. But there is also real life. Real life. Jesus said, I came that they may have life and have it more abundant. Not barely, not dry, not joyless. Abundant. So if your Christianity feels heavy all the time, if joy feels like a sin, if fellowship feels optional, maybe it's time to check if you've become too religious and forgotten how to be human. Because Jesus didn't die to give us a boring life. He died to give us a full one.